If you want to learn how to make that beat in the intro, stick around and I'll show you my process in FL Studio. What is going on, guys? Kingfisher here. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a beat in the style of the late Juice Wrld. The first element of the beat that I added was a guitar with arpeggiated minor chords with a descending bass line. I added a tension note from the E to the D sharp in the melody, as you can see here. This just adds so much more emotion to the melody and really emphasizes the sadness that the minor chords bring. On this sound, I put a guitar rig with a chorus effect. I added a bandpass EQ to cut out the highs and lows. As well, I put a compressor on to even out the peaks and valleys in the sound. The next element that I added were keys. I copied the guitar MIDI and pasted it in the pattern for the keys. I added bass notes down an octave to give it more low end. I find when you add bass notes down an octave, especially in piano, it really helps emphasize the overall chord progression of the track. The effects that I put on the piano were a parametric EQ to cut out the lows, a radiator which added warmth and distortion, and a stereo enhancer to push the sound out wide in both ears. The final element of the beat that I added was a texture that followed the root notes of the chords. I kept the pattern subtle so that an artist could easily rap on it. The effects that I put on this final piece were an EQ, again to cut out the lows, and a pan man to make the sound go side to side in your headphones while you were listening. Now that I had the foundation of a good melody, I decided to move on to the drums. I laid down a two-step hi-hat to really feel the groove of the melody. Next, I added a standard clap on the 2 and 4 of every bar. I decided to add a tight snare on the offbeat of the 1st and 4th bar. This helps the artist find a pocket to rap in on the beat. Next, I added a short and punchy 808 that followed the root notes of the melody. I layered the 808 with a kick. I took out some of the notes to give the pattern a bit more of a groove and to keep the track interesting. Next, I added an open hat and a perk just for some extra accents. This helps give the pattern a bit more of a bounce and keeps the listener interested. Finally, I added a riser to increase anticipation before the drop and to decrease the energy after the drop has taken place. On the master channel, I put a fruity soft clipper to ensure that the 808 or the kick weren't clipping too hard. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any suggestions about what other videos you'd like to see next, feel free to post them in the comment section below. If you wouldn't mind tossing me a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel, that helps me out a lot and lets me know that I should keep making these videos. Thanks again so much for watching. Peace.